Let's bring in former Secret Service agent Paul Eckloff, former FBI special agent who also piloted drones for the CIA, Tracy Walder. I got to tell you, when I first learned about this, I'm feigning a little bit of surprise because that's where the audience is going to, be when they're hearing this. But when I first heard it, I was shocked that it had stayed so quiet, Tracy. When you look at this, the scope and scale of what this could have been and who the actors are and what their motivation is, what's your assessment?
I think first, Chris, thank you for having me. I believe that our airspace isn't secure. And we've talked about drones before. And I think because it's this newer threat, listen, the Secret Service, DC did the right thing. All of that airspace was closed. And so I don't see this coming to fruition in this case. But in other events where we don't close the airspace, because why would we? This is a legitimate threat. We didn't hear about this because actually everything happened pretty quickly. They first found out about this on June 10th, and on June 12th and 13th, individuals had traveled all the way to Fredericksburg in Virginia to train and practice for this attack. So we didn't hear about it because they were arrested so close to the event. This wasn't thwarted really that far in advance, and that's concerning.
Explain one thing to me, and then I want to go to Brother Eckloff about what this is from the intelligence perspective of this group and what it says about what is to come. When you say they close the airspace, but drones fly so low, and you can put up so many of them so easily, that what do you do if somebody wants to send 10 or 15 drones into a place? How do you shoot them down?
Well, that's what's difficult. My guess, again, I don't know for certain, is these are commercial off-the-shelf drones or COTS drones, and you can
Right.
put about half of a pound to 5 pounds of payload on them. So I guess in this case, it probably would have been explosives. Again, I don't know for certain. Now, they could have, no one's obviously searching them when they come into DC. So clearly, no one would have known if they came into DC with them. However, Secret Service, as well as the FBI and any other security that was there, most likely was on the lookout for them using drone mitigation, and probably could have neutralized them beforehand. But you're right, it doesn't stop them from obviously bringing these things into our nation's capital.
Yeah. I mean, look, we couldn't even figure out how to get them out of the airspace above our military sites. But I hear you, and I take your point. So, Paul, help us understand this, former Secret Service, obviously. Assessing this increase, these are not jihadis, okay? I guess you could force them into a Christian nationalism box if you want to. But how do you assess these people in terms of what their motivation is and what kind of species of potential terrorist are they?
The scary part is this is really a hybrid or a chimera of concerns about the government. As you pointed out, there were concerns about Epstein files. There were concerns about data centers. There were concerns about Israel. This is a hybrid problem, but the larger group, I think we had an individual with some mental health struggles. One of the people in the plot was supposedly even doing this from a mental health facility. And then we had online radicalization and a large group of people that were, some of them had more belief in this than others, but there's a group of people called accelerationists. And accelerationism has existed for decades. But in this case, what it is it's people that believe society is irredeemable, whether it's capitalism, whether it's other things, and they believe if they accelerate the end of it, it can be reborn. It can be rebuilt in the image that they want. In this case, this group would probably rebuild it in a white supremacist view. And what they believed was they were going to start the next revolution. They specifically said in one of the affidavits that they were looking to find targets that would appeal to both people in Democratic and Republican circles so that they could rally the most people to their cause. But what worries me is not really the specific grievance, it's how quickly we went from rhetoric to real world action. In this case, it wasn't years, it was a few weeks. They selected their target in early June. And then it wasn't except for a family notifying the police and the FBI that there was a problem that this was stopped.
The temptation in our politics, and you see this in the coverage of this story, who owns these people? Is this the right? And it shows that that's the biggest threat in this country, these crazy righties, or is it the left? And that these are people who are anarchists and they're from the far left and they want to, that's the only thing that matters in our politics. My fear is that our political violence has transcended side and that there's like this new hierarchy of anarchists that just want to destroy the system, Paul. I mean, is that what you're calling it, a chimera or a hybrid?
Yes, sir. And you're exactly right when you ask who owns it. The answer is all Americans own this. It's rhetoric from both sides that is weaponized by the mentally unstable or the people that are radicalized online. And in this case, finding people with sympathetic ears. This was a TikTok group that almost sounds like a joke or a plot for a bad movie. Sadly, we can't laugh at this because they were able to gather weapons, they were able to travel, and they were able to plot. In this case, Homeland Security came down to a kitchen table. It didn't come down to Washington. It came down to some parents noticing something was wrong. That these days, the threat environment is becoming more decentralized, technological, and asymmetric. Drones, AI encrypted communication, online radicalization, they're lowering the barriers to entry for these bad actors. The encouraging news is that law enforcement and intelligence agencies are adapting just as quickly. But in this case, as you pointed out, was this luck or something larger?
Listen, you can't put it on law enforcement. Tracy, you make this point brilliantly all the time. It's getting more and more sophisticated. Our politics is getting more and more violent. We're seeing more and more violence. I mean, to say that law enforcement has to stop it, I mean, they are up against the odds more and more all the time. And that's why we got to love them and cherish them and respect the institutions that they inhabit. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen. And that's exactly what these people want, is for institutions to break down. It makes it that much easier. Tracy, thank you for your insight as always. Paul, appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.